Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We bring you stories of faith, love, and devotion. Yeah, just kidding, please help us grow by hitting that like button. Now on to the story. I am the bad guy for catching my wife cheating. Rant day 1, wife gets mad I don't appreciate her. Runs away crying. Doesn't talk. Silent treatment activated. Day 2, wife seems to be over it. Nope. Happens again. Tell her she needs to talk to me. I make an effort to say thank you and let her know I am thankful for what she does. Day 3, happy day. Wife seems cheerful and normal. Wife sits in hot tub. I notice she is looking at YouTube videos about how to get a man, a specific astrology sign, and texting someone. Day 3, I confront her. She denies it. Says all girls do that. Ask to look at phone. Denied. And stonewalled. Day 4, silent treatment. Day 6, tried to talk to her. More silent treatment. She is now sleeping in other room. Day 7, going out with friends. Day 8, she says maybe midlife crisis when I attempt to talk to her. More silent treatment. Day 9, going to nurse party. Out all night. Doesn't respond to texts. Day 12, still in silent treatment. Still denies any other guy. Day 13, I get mad. Told her this is abusive. Agrees to counseling. Day 16, still refuses to talk. No counseling attempts. Day 17, going out with friends again. I follow her. Find out where she went. Day 19, goes out again. Different name. But same location? Day 23, tried talking to her. She says she is going to move out. Denies any other guy. Goes out yet again. All night. Same location. Day 24, asked where she was. And was nice and asked where her friend lived. She says entirely different location than where I followed her. Told her I know where she was. She admits there is another guy. Day. Been a couple weeks. Still getting silent treatment. But did say I can't make her happy. Is that my job? She is slowly moving out. But every day it is like I did her wrong. And I made her cheat and lie. Exhausting. Edit, we are in Canada. So no fault divorce. No longer chasing after the confirmation of cheating. More just a rant to understand the rationale of reversing the victim. I did move most of the stuff to the garage. Clothes she is doing herself while giving me the stink eye. She is on the title, so doesn't have to move. But since she is a nurse and works overnight, told her I am not going to be a nice guy anymore and be quiet during the day. So she is leaving. Yay. But wow, not even a bit of remorse. Went from amazing loving women to cheating grumpy troll. The troll is probably the real self. Day 25, file for divorce. That should be your next move. Pack her stuff up and help speed up the process. Return her silent treatment. Start talking to divorce lawyers and serve her before she does you. Let her move out. Things seem like a setup. You are not to blame, you're the one acting like you are in an adult relationship. Day. AP doesn't want a serious relationship with her and she wants to reconcile. See if you can push the divorce through while she's in the fog. Man, this synopsis makes her sound just awful. I'm sure you love her, but from an outsider's perspective I gotta wonder what keeps someone married to a woman like this. Sunk cost fallacy? Kids? From day 1 her personality changed. I don't know who this person is. First time in 6 years she has done that. The emotional affair was probably going on for a while. And she was making me the bad guy in her head to justify it. That's exactly it. She has to blame you or accept that she is a garbage human. I'm sorry you're dealing with this. Bring her world down around her, quit being nice and serve her brother. Help her pack to speed things along. Maybe then she will appreciate you, but you will certainly have some peace once she is out. Obviously you're not a bad guy. But I would put an end to the slowly moving out. Go through the house, get everything that is hers and have it packed up by the front door, so the next time she comes will be the last time. No attempt at talking. Simply say there's your stuff, I or my lawyer will be in touch. Stop letting her control the situation. Stop it. Just stop. She's already ended the relationship with you. You don't need her to confirm or deny anything. She doesn't want to be with you, so any other conversation is unnecessary. From now on, stonewall her. Only speak about logistics, only discuss separation of assets through lawyers. I know that you really want an explanation, and you want to see some remorse, but I'm sorry to say you're not gonna do that. Not now anyway. Now while she's still in the affair fog. I can explain exactly what is happening because it happened to me. She's already made up her mind and you are an uncomfortable roadblock. She can't talk to you about it and even has a hard time acknowledging your existence because doing so shatters the fantasy of the perfect romance she has going on in her head. She has to make you the bad guy, because that's the only way she can justify it to herself. She can't be the bad guy and enjoy her new love guilt-free. I'm telling you, the best thing you can do for yourself right now is separate and go no contact. Maybe she will snap out of it when divorce papers are filed and the affair fog lifts. Maybe you might be able to salvage the relationship later if you give her the freedom to go now. Or preferably by the time she changes her mind you will have had enough time and distance to see her for what she is. So wrap this shit up already. Chop chop. Dude, I was married 17 years. My ex did the same exact things you listed. She cheated for 10 of those years. Story 2. Wife of 6 years ripped my heart out. Advice. Hey everyone, I have been lurking this subreddit for a bit and finally with the end of almost 2-decade relationship I am going to share my own story that happened these past few weeks. I've been with my wife since 2006 and she really was the love of my life. High school sweethearts that had its ups and downs, but ultimately I married her after what I felt was long overdue. I am 29 years old and she just turned 30. We were both there throughout the relationship, pushing each other to better ourselves, where ultimately we moved to a whole other state for my job. We have no children other than our dog that we both love dearly, so it is going to make what happened next a bit easier. This past year I was promoted with my job and ultimately it was great moving to a work from home situation. Unfortunately, this same year I could feel my wife drifting away. She would still seem to be trying to show interest in the relationship, but it felt like she wasn't really there. Little to no sexual advances, hell, little to no affection if anything. Simply put, I could feel that she was checked out. So spring forward to a couple weeks ago with our anniversary and her birthday that took place. Something felt off and I just had to get to bottom of it. I'm not going to say I'm Nostradamus or anything, but the day I found out, I had a dream with a voice literally telling me over and over again my wife was cheating with the A.P.'s name. It just stuck to me and I snooped a bit and found some texts that confirmed everything. When confronted, she initially denied it, then it went to it was just one kiss, then it went to it just one time. I made the mistake of believing her and thinking I could salvage what we had. It's been maybe 5 days and although I was trying to move forward, I snooped again, this time on the AP's information, phone/address/etc. I'm not idiot and would never do anything to my wife or the guy, but a part of me wanted to ensure he didn't have a family that should know as well. Either way, she found out I had snooped, had an anxiety attack at her work and was picked up by the AP and taken back to his place where he comforted her. She got home and I confronted her about messages I saw on her iPad from her friends asking about the details of this cheating incident, and she admitted to cheating again. Next step is divorce, as trying to reconcile was a mistake. I am just hurting and have very little self-esteem at the moment. Not entirely sure what my next steps should be. I'm going to head to sleep after the drama that happened today. First time posting anything on Reddit, so let me know if anything breaks the rules and I'll remove it. Edit, fixed some grammar was bugging me. So her anxiety caused her app to screw her? Doesn't that sound stupid? She's just looking for a way to blame you. A lot of cheaters try to blame the spouse. Exactly. It's your fault she sat on his dick. Really? Cheaters do not have a conscience like the rest of us. And she's just giving you pieces of info and probably not the whole truth. And unfortunately it's probably been going on for a lot longer than you know. Divorce her. You don't have kids and you're still young. Plenty of time to find someone who will love you. She slipped and fell on AP's D. It happens. Slipped on her puddle of tears. That's what I was thinking. That she very likely had an anxiety attack as a show for her AP. Probably telling her AP that her husband is abusive and please save her. He needs to really protect himself here. Her rushing to AP's house is a sign that she's putting on a show. Please sir, your self-esteem should not take a hit due to her choices. If she would not come to you and discuss her needs and desires in your relationship, once again you are not clairvoyant. Please let yourself understand that cheaters can and do have sex with their AP and come home like it was nothing. They all say the same thing. It was a mistake. Nope, it took thought and actions to make it happen. It was just sex, then why not tell you what she liked in the sack? It meant nothing. This is the best. You destroyed our marriage for nothing. I am sorry op. Remove yourself from her orbit for a minimum of 6 months before you decide anything. Split you monies now however and always consult a lawyer. Good luck. Appreciate the pick-me-up. Think I'm just dreading the future. When you have been with someone for so long I feel like I'm damaged goods at this point, so while she has someone to fall back to, I'm dreading what comes next for me. Still going through it though. Hang on op, she had an anxiety attack about you finding out then immediately went back to AP's house and ducked him? Yeah, she had an anxiety attack at work after calling me about a charge I made on an information site trying to find out if AP had a wife. He doesn't, but instead of talking it through with me her co-worker called the AP and you know the rest. Oh yeah, she's absolutely for the bin. Lol, it wasn't an anxiety attack. It was oh well he knows anyway. I need to get over there and turn the waterworks on and show my new man I'm pitiful enough to date. Hi op. I'm so sorry for you are passing through, but, like you, I believe that divorce is better for you. So, what if I were in your shoes? I'll do. Learn, link below, what the 180 is and implement it. Do not confront her about the affair and gather more pieces of evidence you can get. Go to North Carolina, block her for any possible way that she has to contact you. Stop any kind of pick-me dance and block her on any social media, avoiding the pain shopping. ASAP, consult a lawyer to see what your options are and, you feel comfortable with them, file for divorce. As soon the paperwork is ready, be sure to serve her where will be the damage for her. Thanks for the advice. I probably messed up a few along the way, but I will get in touch with a lawyer tomorrow. I don't use any social media due to my job as I just found it easier rather than risking saying the wrong thing and getting fired later. Literally only use Reddit if you count that as social media. Thank you for the link. I'll take a look when I get a chance. Edit, I got a chance to read it and have been completely failing at the 180, so I will definitely keep this for what comes next to fall back to. Thank you again for the link. When you found out again, did you confront her again? What's her reaction? Did she confess anything to you? What she is saying to you at the moment? Did you tell her that you are divorcing her? At least write more details. Are you both sleeping in a same room? To your points. It was actually an iPad linked with her Instagram that kept notifying me of a conversation between her and her friends asking about the details of the cheating on how I found out about it today. She said I was giving her too many things to get done and she felt overwhelmed. Me checking AP info was just the last straw that put her over the edge. Requests I asked of her were either quitting/looking for a new job as AP was her manager and going cold turkey with no contact with the AP. I also wanted to go with her to the gym and other locations for the time being. He was on vacation this week, so made it easier going cold turkey. I was probably overbearing during our conversation, asking for far too many details than I should have, but for my peace of mind I asked anyways. She confessed in detail of both times cheating and she knows she messed this up, but we are both in agreement for a divorce. Currently I am sleeping in the guest room until I can find a place. When we moved states neither of us have any family to lean on, so for the time being I am forced to stay put or pay up for a motel, which is a waste of money. Emo. Update: wife of 6 years ripped my heart out. Update: hey everyone, I wanted to firstly start off by thanking a lot of you as I received a ton of support both through the post and through messages. I truly was in a dark spot last week, so trust me, it helped. A few people had reached out, so I figured I would just update the situation here. For reference, the original post is here. We have both decided divorce is definitely the way to go, and trust me, it is one of the hardest things for me to get over, even when I know it is for the best. We have started the process to get everything done, and unfortunately we still both reside at our property until we can start the process to get that sold. This has honestly been the roughest week of my marriage, with her making it even worse as the days go by. She has started talking to other guys on dating apps along with continuing whatever she has with the AP. In my head I can't even begin to fathom trying to look for someone currently, and even when presented with a situation to take a girl out I couldn't pull the trigger. I don't understand how moving on can be so easy for her when I am struggling. The good news is I go back to work next week, so hopefully that will distract me throughout the day. I am realizing now that normal things like going out to eat, catching a movie, or going to the store are horrible alone. I am dreading going to see a movie by myself, but have been looking forward to the movie since before the pandemic, so I'll suck it up. I have been trying to pick myself up and at the very least put myself out there to make friends through meetups, but haven't been actively looking for one to attend as of yet. The best thing that came out of this is the rekindled friendships and family that I haven't spoken to in years, as I never really used social media but decided to reappear on Facebook, where I was flooded by friends and family, and most don't know my situation as I haven't spoken to them about it. Now even with this, my STBXW is getting under my skin, as she said that these friends and family abandoned me and that she was the one that was there for me. As I stated previously, we were always there pushing each other to better ourselves, and she was there when my mother passed and I was all types of emotions when I was 18. For some reason this one struck a chord, as my family or friends never abandoned me, we just drifted until there was no communication, especially being states apart. Probably more my fault on the lack of communication with them. Either way, she found out I was talking to them and immediately took offense to it and went on the defensive, saying I was talking trash about her. The funny thing is, the ones I did console with simply got a statement along the lines, "We are getting a divorce because she cheated." I didn't go into detail, nor did they ask. All I can say for anyone dealing with a horrible situation in a relationship/marriage is that it is not easy. It might be easy for them, but for us that have to deal with the pain, it sucks. I don't know how long before I truly get over this, but each and every day it is getting easier and easier, even if it is a 100-mile road and I'm moving centimeters a day. Hopefully if I decide to update this further, I'll come back with some better news. Again, thank you everyone for everything this past week. Your ex is a manipulative human being. She likely did her part to help isolate you from fiends and family. She clearly has undiagnosed mental health issues. BPD or bipolar. Grey Rock is your friend here. Absolutely no personal conversations anymore. Block her on SM. This will be the absolute most miserable time of your life, living with her while she does what she wants and tries to manipulate the situation. Hopefully a plan for someone to move out comes to fruition. Wear headphones while you're in the house. Put a lock on the room you're sleeping to keep her from snooping. Try as hard as hell to prevent her from further manipulating the situation. Her opinion no longer matters. Only the business of divorce. So pull away emotionally so you can begin to heal. Up all this right here, A-OK, A-OK, A-OK. True. She checked out in July, you are just getting the memo now. Some people always need to be in a relationship. Can't leave one without having another. Maybe she's one of those. From July to now, this wasn't just one time and likely she was going to continue with him no matter what you said or did. I completely dismiss the anxiety story. If this had truly been 1 month and only once, now twice, there is no way she would accept a divorce so easily. She already was checked out, and 1 month and 1/2 times does not add up in a 12-year relationship who have been through thick and thin already. Now that he knows, and apparently she got her other co-workers all involved, the affair partner probably is worrying about keeping his job if one of his workers go and blab. In any event, I imagine it must be difficult for him to manage staff when they have blackmail info on him. I can actually chime in on something around this. I do talk to one of her previous co-workers as I am the godfather to their kid. Obviously I talk to the husband who ultimately talks to his wife. Although they are not in the same building anymore, I know how fast word of mouth travels. My STBXW actually texted the wife to mind her own business. I can tell she is worried about management finding out, and I'm not even the one doing anything. I just started going to the gym with husband and BS with him there, as he previously dealt with something similar. I, for one, enjoy going to movies by myself, lol. Seriously, you are only 29, you have the rest of your life ahead of you. You do not have any children with the STBXW, so consider this a positive. Like many have stated, please look into the grey rock technique, it will help immensely considering you are still living together. Hope you are using separate bedrooms. Another benefit is that you are going back to work, which should take up a good portion of your day. Perhaps if you are working from home, either put a lock on your workspace or wear headphones. Also, get yourself into individual counseling. A therapist may help you with the emotional roller coaster you may be on and may give you the tools to handle any triggers from your STBXW. Join a gym. The physical activity will help relieve tension and allow you to not be in the presence of the STBXW for a while. Keep up with friends and family. Actively pursue meetups. Developing a support system is crucial at the point. Have you considered getting a pet? They love you unconditionally, are a comfort, and the care and training will take up even more of your time. As far as the STBXW goes, things don't look good. She's actively on Tinder while still pursuing a relationship with AP? Sounds like a SHT show waiting to happen, but not your circus, not your monkeys. Get a bucket of popcorn ready, lol. If she doesn't have some type of undiagnosed personality disorder, she is at the very least has narcissistic tendencies. Why would she care whom you talk to, and frankly what you talk about is none of her business. The fact that she took offense and got defensive and assumed you were talking crap about her is very telling. Hopefully you will get out of this situation quickly and be able to move on with the rest of your life. Appreciate the response, and yes, my German Shepherd has been snuggling and trying to cheer me up 24/7. I can attest to dogs loving us unconditionally. Story 3. Fiance cheated on me with her friend. Rant. I really just need to tell my story to somebody other than my therapist, and I'm too ashamed to divulge the details to my closest friends or family. I've known my ex-fiancé for 11 years. We dated on and off the first 5 years, while I was active duty military, and we had been together for the last 6 years. At the point of my end of active service, she showed interest in joining a branch of service, and I supported the decision. I made sure she was prepared. We were planning on buying a house after she enlisted and settled in a bit, so I started to go through our finances. Got us out of all outstanding debt and worked on raising our credit scores to perfect. During that time I also purchased a brand new car for her, cash, as we were planning on starting a family this year. A month into her being at her unit, she really started talking about marriage more frequently, so I decided to talk to her about setting a date. We didn't told friends and family to be prepared for the RSVP in the mail. A month later I get a FaceTime call from her hanging out with some friends, 2 married couples and 3 other single friends, 2M, 1F. I had met all these people before. I was at my friend's house, a couple. She was stationed about a 13-hour drive from me, and I was supposed to move there that month, already got a transfer from my job. At some point during the call, while she was walking around having me greet everybody, one of the single males grabbed/hugged her rather inappropriately while greeting me. My friends also saw. Embarrassing. They waited until the call ended and asked if I had seen anything strange. I replied yes, I saw. A few days later I drove up to move some stuff. I picked up her phone to make a call as it was within arm's length. The password was changed and for the first time in 6 years it was set to Do Not Disturb. At first I ignored it, as I thought I was probably just in my head about everything. When I did ask later that night, she got extremely defensive. I was not confrontational. There were a lot of other small signs that something was off. We had sex that night. I think we were both unaware that she was already pregnant for the guy. The next day I told her that there are a lot of things to work through before we get married and suggested therapy. Did not go well. I packed the stuff I had brought and went home. I felt disgusted the whole time I was there for some reason and decided to just end it. She found out she was pregnant that same month and got married to the guy the month after to save face, I guess, haha. We were not trying for a baby and took proper precautions. She did however have unprotected sex with the guy that night of the FaceTime call and blamed alcohol. Laughable. I warned her on multiple occasions about how easy infidelity is to stumble across in the military if you don't keep it together. She kept calling me saying I made the worst mistake of my life when she would be on duty/at work at 2/3 am, away from her husband. I blocked her from contacting me everywhere possible. It has been a year and I finally have my life back together. I am still working on my mental health. All that along with PTSD, severe anxiety and depression has been a challenge. But I have come a long way. I am stable, sober and happy. I have lived through 6 good friends from the military taking their own lives over the past 3 years and I could never have anyone feel the way I feel. I'm just happy I didn't get to a point where I considered that an option. If you read this, thank you for allowing me to release it. I needed to share somewhere. Sorry for the choppy timeline, it's already a lot, haha. I didn't want to make it even longer. Sorry this happened to you, bro. No person is worth ending your life over, especially when that person is a disloyal cheater. Move on and rejoice in the fact that you didn't marry and have children with her and was able to just walk away. Oh, and I hope you got the car you paid cash for her back. Wasn't worth it to communicate about the car. I just took the loss as a lesson. Thank you. A really cheap lesson. Divorce is way more expensive. So you dodged a bullet and was confirmed when she tried to get you back once she realized the grass was not greener. She would have cheated on you again had you taken her back. Don't be ashamed, you didn't cheat on your boyfriend and you didn't try to cheat on your baby daddy afterwards. She's the one that should be embarrassed. Probably cheaper than a divorce had you tied the knot before you found out. Damn, you've crawled through 3 football fields of shit and came out clean on the other side. I understand there are still valleys to navigate and serious trust issues to overcome. But a few years from now if you ever run into that girl again, she looked like a shell of herself and nothing you remembered. And the other victim besides yourself is that poor affair baby that is destined to end up with miserable parents. Keep forging forward in your life and do the work you need to heal and be happy again. Thank you. Keep your chin up and keep moving forward. Celebrate the small steps. Even having the courage to come forward and post your story is a victory in itself. Happy Thanksgiving and be thankful that you are not with that dumpster fire of an ex. Thanks. We hope that by sharing these stories with interested folks like you, we can help people recognize the signs of a relationship in trouble, and avoid so many of these heartbreaking situations yourselves. Have a good day or night. Wherever you are,